Listen up, apes. Incoming intel briefing, and this one is urgent. The mainstream media is absolutely carpet bombing you with FUD. All you hear is tech sell-off, trying to create a panic, trying to get you to sell your shares. But let's be crystal clear. This is not a correction. This is a coordinated, targeted attack by the suits, and we've got the proof that they've walked right into our trap.
All right, let's break down this psyop. On the left, yeah, that's their cover story. That's the garbage they are feeding the sheep on TV. Oh, the NASDAQ is plunging. But look to the right. That's the reality. It's a psychological operation. It's designed for one thing and one thing only, to pry those shares from your diamond hands. See, they need them, and they will lie, they will cheat, and they will steal to get them.
You know, when the hedgies try to manipulate the market on this kind of scale, they always get sloppy. It's inevitable. They create these contradictions, anomalies. We call them glitches in the matrix. And these glitches, they're like signal flares in the dark, showing us exactly where the enemy is bleeding out. Okay, now here is the data they are praying you never, ever see. While they're blasting the tech-heavy NASDAQ, just look at the Dow and the S&P 500. Both are green. Come on, if this was a real market correction, everything would be bleeding red. This isn't panic, people. This is a surgical strike. They are hammering the stocks that apes own while propping up their old-school boomer blue chips just to keep up the illusion that the market is stable. This is all the proof you need that it's a targeted hit. So I gotta ask you, if the suits are these all-powerful masters of the universe, right? If they really have total and complete control like they want you to believe, then how in the world do you explain what we're about to see? They're getting desperate, and believe me, their algorithms are starting to break. And this is where their whole plan just backfired spectacularly. While they were so busy with their little NASDAQ attack, look what happened with Newegg, a 20% spike, just out of nowhere. The suits in their fancy towers, they call this speculative retail activity. You know what we call it? Ape Rocket Fuel. That's us. That's the retail army, throwing a giant wrench right into their machine, showing them we are not afraid. So their next brilliant move was to crash crypto. They were hoping to trigger margin calls, force a massive sell-off. Bitcoin plunges, oh no! But here's the beautiful proof that they're trapped. MicroStrategy, okay? One of the biggest corporate Bitcoin holders on the entire planet. It should have absolutely tanked with Bitcoin, but it rallied over 8%. Why? Tell me why. Because the hedges are so ridiculously over-leveraged on their MicroStrategy shorts that they couldn't even afford to let it fall. They had to buy shares to cover, pushing the price up while Bitcoin went down. They are stuck. They are completely stuck in their own trap. And this is the point, right here. This is what you have to understand. A glitch in the matrix is the ultimate tell. It's a contradiction so blatant, so obvious, it practically screams that their systems are failing. It's like a poker player just sweating bullets under the lights. They can't keep their story straight because they're bleeding out, and they are losing control of the whole narrative. So now that you can see the glitches, it's time to pull back the curtain. I'm going to show you one of the hedgies' favorite little tricks. This is straight out of their playbook, a classic move they use to steal shares from retail investors who just don't know any better. But you know what? After today, you will. They call it the Breakout Trap. So step 1, the bait. They let a stock run, just enough to get that FOMO going, you know? Step 2, the hook. They sit back and watch all of your buy orders come flooding in. Then step 3, the attack. Right at that perfect breakout point, bam, they hammer it with synthetic shares and short ladder attacks. That's just them selling shares back and forth to each other to drive the price down artificially. And what does that do? It triggers every single stop loss on the way down. And finally, step 4, the steal. They scoop up all those shares you just panic sold for pennies on the dollar. It's disgusting. And hey, don't just take my word for it. This is not some conspiracy theory. It's a documented professional tactic. The more popular a trade is, the easier it is for these guys to manipulate it. But here's the difference now. We know their playbook. We see the trap before it's even sprung. Which brings us right to the final, most important point. All of this data, all of these glitches, all of their dirty little tricks, they all point to one simple, powerful truth. A truth they hope you never, ever realize. These glitches, they're not mistakes. They are the death rattle of a corrupt system. They are the last panicked gasps of a dying beast that knows its time is up. They're cornered,
and they are absolutely terrified. Let me be perfectly clear about this. The suits are not afraid of a stock. They can short it, they can dilute it, they can manipulate it. The one thing they are absolutely, fundamentally terrified of is you. They're terrified of millions of individual investors who see the real data, who ignore the FUD, and who simply refuse to sell. They are terrified of your diamond hands.
All right, now for the legal stuff. Obviously, this is not financial advice. I am not your financial advisor. This whole market is a casino, okay? And the house is doing everything in its power to cheat you out of your chips. Think of this as educational banter, just showing you exactly how the game is rigged against you. So, here is your mission, apes. It is so simple. Step 1, ignore the FUD.
Step 2, trust the data. Trust the glitches you see with your own eyes. And step 3, the most powerful weapon we have. All you have to do is HODL.
That's it. That's the briefing. Stay strong. I'll see you on the moon.
We are watching this chart like a hawk. While you wait for the next candle, go grab your free gear. Sign up for Public, get $20 in free assets. Check out Webull for that BTC promo, or go grab your NVIDIA stock on Moomoo. All the links are down in the description. And hey, smash the like, subscribe to the tribe. Apes together strong.